As a business owner, how well do you know your financials? I find it interesting that most of us got into running our own businesses because we wanted to make a lot of money. We wanted to have good profits. Yet a lot of business owners don't understand the financials. They don't really know how much money they're making over a period of time. They tend to rely on the balance in the bank to give them as a barometer for how much money the business is making. And that's not a good barometer. Uh, and I find that a lot of times business owners feel like they're spending money on things that aren't delivering the return that they expected. And they're not able to kind of anticipate how much cash they're going to have next month, how much cash I'm going to need to have in 2 months from now, all of which impedes their ability to really effectively manage their profits. So I want to highlight three areas to focus on, because if you don't focus on these three things, you will always find that you're short on cash. You will never be able to anticipate and plan for expenses because you're not tracking your financials. So the three things I want to focus on are understanding the importance of the profit and loss statement, the importance of having a good bookkeeper who can generate for you consistently reliable numbers and reports, and thirdly, the importance of budgeting in managing your financials. So let's dig into that first one, the profit and loss statement. As its name implies, the profit and loss statement looks at how much your income has been over a certain period of time, usually on a quarterly, certainly on an annual basis, sometimes even on a monthly basis. And then it breaks your expenses down into two different categories. Those expenses that arose because you did work, like gas to the job, like permitting, like salaries for the people doing the work, and versus fixed costs like rent, like your utility expenses, like any expenses you have that aren't directly related to doing the work. So it will help you understand where your money is going. And as important as that is looking at the ratios between how much am I spending on my variable costs, the job related costs, versus my fixed cost. And what percent are they of my sales? For every dollar I'm bringing in, how much money am I spending on doing the work of the business? Very different situation if you're spending 80 cents to do the work on the job, performing the job work, versus 30 cents. So that's key to understanding your P&L. The second thing I want to focus on is the person who's generating those P&Ls, usually a bookkeeper. Whether you hire one for your in-house or whether you use someone out of house, it's critically important that you have reliable numbers on a regular basis in order to understand what's happening in your business and in order to make decisions. Without knowing those numbers, it's really hard to understand how a decision you're going to be making will have an impact your business. So find a good bookkeeper. I've worked with some business owners that didn't have very good ones, and we replaced them because bad bookkeepers will not be able to deliver you the accuracy that you need, nor will they be able to proactively provide information for you that you need in order to manage your business. And the third thing I really want to highlight is the importance of having a budget. In our homes, in our personal lives, we set up budgets. We set up budgets for food. We might set up budgets for the work we're going to do around the house. We might set up vacation budgets. But on the business side, I find a lot of times business owners don't do that. The importance of having a budget is so you set the budget so that it generates X dollars of profit at the end of the period. And you monitor how well you're doing against that budget versus the reality, the actuals, and you make adjustments. These are three critically important tasks, strategies that you really need to focus on as a business owner in order to begin to get more handle around what's happening to your profits. Beside this video is a link to my online calendar. Click on it and let's schedule a 30-minute, no-cost strategy session where we'll talk about your profit and loss. I'll help you understand how to read them. I'll help you understand what they mean. We'll talk about how to build a budget, and we'll talk about the quality of the bookkeeper you have, and we'll look at some alternatives if necessary. Thanks. All the best.